Welcome to Talend Open Studio for Big Data Integration, Beginner to Expert. Talend Open Studio for Big Data, it provides us a unified development and management tools which allows us to integrate and process all of our data. When I say data, it's big data and also the data that's stored in your RDBMSs. And it does this with an easy to use visual design. This particular tool, Talend Open Studio for Big Data, it's built on top of Talend Data Integration Solution. Few guys you might have already know, we have another tool called Talend Open Studio for Data Integration, where you can design jobs to integrate with the traditional RDBMSs or files, whereas Talend Open Studio for Big Data, it was designed on top of Talend Data Integration Solutions. This product, which is Talend Big Data Solutions, it provides us a powerful tool set that enables us to access, transform, move, and synchronize big data by leveraging the Apache Hadoop Big Data platform, and it makes the Hadoop platform ever so easy to use. Now let's see some of its features. As you can see, Open Studio for Big Data allows you to start working with Hadoop and NoSQL databases by using simple graphical tools and wizards, which in return generates native code that leverages the full power of Hadoop. And Talend Open Studio for Big Data and Hadoop are completely different. Hadoop will be installed on cluster of nodes. Talend Open Studio for Big Data client tool will be installed on client location. Let's see some of the features of Open Studio. Well, there is an open source version of this tool, and at the same time they have a subscription solution for this tool too. We'll talk about both of them, a brief explanation. Now let's see a few features of the open source version. This tool, it's an Eclipse based tooling. People who are familiar with Java, they know what is an Eclipse tool. It is an IDE for writing Java code. This tool, it supports Hadoop 2.0 and Yarn. It also supports the older versions too. It supports big data ETL and at the same time ELT. This tool has components that lets you connect to HDFS, HBase, HCatalog, Hive, Pig, Scoop, etc. And it has a job designer where you will just drag and drop few components and then you will design your jobs, which in turn generates Java code for you. And it supports broad NoSQL databases, for example, like MongoDB, Cassandra, Google Bigtable, etc. And this tool is fully open source. Whereas on the enterprise ready solution or a subscription solution, you need to pay for it in order to use it, but it does come with some features, which are you can create big data batch processing jobs, which means the jobs that you create, you can run them either on MapReduce engine or Spark engine, whereas in Open Studio you cannot do that. And it comes with few development and collaboration tools, and it also comes with administration tools, monitoring console, and the best part is web and email support. And let's see in next slide few differences between Open Studios and the subscription. As you can see, Open Studio has all the connectors and components that you have for the subscriptions, but the remaining are not available for the Open Studio version, whereas they are available for the subscription version. For example, as we have covered, development and collaboration tools are not available in the Open Studio, whereas they are available in the subscription. Similarly with administration tools, monitoring console, data preparation, data quality, repository manager, high availability and balancing and failover, technical support and indemnification. So all these are not available in the Open Studio, but they are available in the subscription. So that being said, let's look at the functional architecture of Talend Big Data Solutions. As you can see, we have our Talend Studio, which is the place where we design the jobs, which in return generates code that we can use to run it on the Hadoop cluster. So Hadoop cluster sits somewhere else, Talend Open Studio, it sits somewhere else. From the Talend Studio, as you can see here, you design the jobs and you will launch your big data jobs, which uses the Hadoop cluster to handle large data sets. Once these jobs are launched, they are sent to Hadoop cluster and they are deployed on the Hadoop cluster and they are executed on the Hadoop cluster. Which means once you submit the job or once you launch the job on Hadoop cluster, you cannot do anything on the Talend Studio, which means even if you kill the job here, that job won't be killed. You have to kill it on the Hadoop cluster. That's one of your certification questions, which are asked when you launched a big data job from Talend Studio. How do you kill it? Does killing on Talend Studio kill the job, or do you have to kill it on the Hadoop cluster? The answer is you have to kill it on the Hadoop cluster. Then there is a workflow scheduling tool system for Hadoop, which is Oozie, and you can integrate that within the studio, through which you will be able to deploy, schedule, and execute big data jobs on Hadoop cluster. And you can also monitor the execution status and results of these jobs. And once again, let me clear you up by saying Hadoop cluster is independent of the Talend system, by which you will handle large data sets. So this is an introduction to Talend Open Studio for big data. Now let's step into it and explore more.